Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another installment of Log In. I'm Jamie Taylor. I'm your host, and I'm the founder of this series, also of the Black Golf Directory. And for those who may be first timers coming to this or seeing this series is designed to help anyone or you learn about the golf industry because as a golf professional and former junior golfer, I did not know growing up much about what job opportunities existed in the golf industry outside of working at the golf course or teaching golf lessons. So, the idea behind this series is that I'm talking to big companies in the golf industry that you probably wouldn't necessarily have access to learn what they do and also understand what your skill sets may can apply to the industry, as well as give you direct connections to the people who are hiring, so that if you do find something that interests you, you can connect with them directly. So thank you for joining me. I'm excited today because our company today is GOLFTEC, and we're focusing on technology. And I don't just mean computer nerd technology. I'm talking about the cool stuff, using AI, using video, swing analysis things, and so forth. So they're going to give you much more in-depth information about that, but I want to bring the team on so that you can meet them. And if you have any questions at any time, feel free to put them in the chat. I will read them aloud when the time comes. And if you have any comments, also put them in the chat as well. All right. So I'm going to bring on the team. Welcome, John.
Thank you, Jamie. Glad to be here.
Welcome, Taylor.
Thank you.
Welcome, Salah.
Thank you.
All right, so group is really organized because they have a very nice presentation for you all. So I'm going to let John kick it off so that he can tell you what they do, what each of them do, and take it from here.
You got it. You got it. So first of all, just wanted to say thank you to Jamie for having us. We were fortunate enough to be here last year and do the same thing, and excited to focus this year a little bit more on technology all the way through our GOLFTEC Enterprises team. And I have some great guests here with me, some gentlemen that I'm proud to call colleagues that we'll talk with here in just a few minutes. So introductions first. My name is John Williams. I am a PGA member. I became a Class A PGA member in 2006. Prior to that, I was an assistant golf professional at a green grass facility. And Jamie's story that she kicked us off with definitely hits home for me. When I got into the golf business after graduating Indiana University, I had one thing in mind, that was to be a head professional at a private club. Didn't really even know what other positions existed out there in the golf industry. And so now, having been a PGA member for, almost 20 years, I've had the fortune of holding a number of roles. I've been specifically with GOLFTEC since 2011. Started with GOLFTEC as a certified personal coach. And to be honest, that is really, or was really, my introduction to technology in golf. I've been fortunate enough to hold a number of positions with GOLFTEC up until this day, where I currently sit in the seat of Senior Vice President of HR. So work with adding a lot of people to our growing team, which is a ton of fun. But again, got my introduction really to technology in the golf industry through GOLFTEC, and look forward to sharing a little bit of that with you here today. Like I said, super proud to have two of my colleagues here with me, two gentlemen that I respect greatly, and am very, very proud to work with on a daily basis. Both of these gentlemen work with technology in vastly different ways, and so I thought it'd be some great perspective to share. With that, Taylor, I'll let you introduce yourself.
Oh, I thought you were going to do it for me. I was
No.
Hi, everybody. I'm Taylor Crawford. I'm the Vice President of Customer Solutions. So what does that mean? I oversee all of our contact center teams, our customer support teams. Little known fact, GOLFTEC also owns SkyTrack, which is a launch monitor company. So I oversee both sides of the house, both GOLFTEC and SkyTrack. I have the sales stuff, the service stuff, but for this sake of conversation, I have a technology team too as well that helps with troubleshooting app issues that we may have on the GOLFTEC side, but also the launch monitor itself on the SkyTrack side too as well, and various other things that go along with a launch monitor setup as a whole, such as a projector. I went to Fort Lewis College. I played soccer down there. I wish I was as good at golf as John and could have been a PGA member, but my early days in life took me a different direction. I've actually been at GOLFTEC for a couple of years. I came in as the director of customer solutions and was promoted at the beginning of this last year to VP. And I think I already covered this piece here, but managed technology, sales, and service. I've actually worked in a handful of different industries, but all with a heavy focus in the technical side of the house. So at DirecTV and AT&T, I ran technical teams all over the globe. So I have a good level of experience in that. But one of the other areas that I've specialized in within that technical space is what I've called customer segmentation. And fundamentally, we identify pockets of challenges that consumers are having, and then we hone in to try to solve those problems, identifying the reason people are having those issues, build teams to go solve those problems, and then ultimately downline, the customer has a better experience holistically. So I've done that across a number of different industries and doing that here at GOLFTEC as well. Salah?
Thank you for that, Taylor. Hi, everyone. My name is Salah Siddiqui. I am the Business Intelligence Analyst at GOLFTEC. So basically, that has a lot of different responsibilities that comes with the title. At GOLFTEC, a lot of us wear different hats. So majority of my responsibilities are using our vast data sets that we have with, over 25, 30 years of data collection from our golf lessons. We have a lot of data that we collect from all the students that come in and take lessons with us. So my responsibilities are kind of using that data to, analyze and drive insights, basically understanding what's going on in the bays with our coaches and our students. And then recently, with the emergence of AI becoming very prevalent, a lot of that responsibility has come onto me where I'm trying to find ways to implement AI solutions at the company. So, using ChatGPT, tools like that to basically improve efficiency at the organization. Agentic AI is also very big nowadays. So looking at, building some agents for our company to be more efficient and help everyone make their lives more easy at GOLFTEC. My background is I have a bachelor's degree in computer science from the University of Colorado at Denver. And then I also completed my MBA from LSU. And I started GOLFTEC 2024, so about a year and a half now. Prior to that, I was actually working in different industries similar to Taylor. I worked in telecom for a little bit. I also worked in a healthcare company for a couple of years, and then also helping some real estate companies as well. So, I've worked in different industries, but I would have to say the most fun I've had working has been at GOLFTEC, just because every day doesn't really feel like work. It's golf. It's a fun sport to begin with. So working at a golf company is always fun. I covered this already, but my role is basically leveraging analytics and our rich data sets to drive insights while also finding ways to implement AI to help our company be more efficient and basically just make everyone's lives easier.
Yeah, that's perfect. So thanks again for being here. That's great. So I am going to move rather quickly here, but I do want to make sure to give everybody an introduction to GOLFTEC Enterprises and some of the things that we are currently working on and some of the things that we've recently launched, which we have put a lot of hard work into, and we're super proud of those things. So look forward to talking about that, both on the GOLFTEC side and the SkyTrack side. I'll kick it back to Taylor and Salah to really kind of talk through career field overview and a day in the life of what they do and some of their teammates that they work with. We'll talk briefly about GOLFTEC opportunities and then have some time at the end to hopefully answer some questions. So here we go. With GOLFTEC has been around now for a little over 30 years, believe it or not. Started in the basement of Cherry Hills Country Club Our founder, Joe Ossel, our current CEO, was an intern, went to Mississippi State, was part of the professional golf management program there, was an intern at Cherry Hills, and alongside their director of golf at Cherry Hills, they had this idea of starting to teach golf in the basement of Cherry Hills or indoors, as it does snow from time to time in Denver, and their big idea was to try and do that with a computer. So I think this is a perfect fit for us today, as GOLFTEC is a technology-based company really in everything that we do across all departments. We're all using technology to help us improve every single day. And our mission with GOLFTEC has stayed consistent through the years, and it's a simple one: to help people play better golf. And so that's what we all strive to do, whether that is as a coach in a bay working with a student, or Salah or Taylor and their teams working to improve things at headquarters that make a better experience for our students, all in an effort to keep them coming back, and the effort of hoping to help them play better golf. As Taylor mentioned, GOLFTEC did acquire SkyTrack a number of years ago. We feel that portion of our business also leads to this mission of helping people play better golf, as we're able to now bring golf simulators at a lower cost to people all across the world, and get a golf club into people's hands more frequently, which is a great thing. So our mission, quite simply, to help people play better golf. Wanted to share our values, as these are near and dear to my heart and really all of our team. Our values are not just a mantra, but something that we live every day. Salah mentioned it at the forefront. We got to keep it fun. We're not saving lives. We're helping people play better golf. We're working in golf. Day in, day out, we try and challenge ourselves and keep things fun really with everything we do. Try and do things the right way, with integrity always. Probably my best example of this on the golf side of things would be in club fitting, which is one of our core businesses within GOLFTEC Enterprises, fitting clubs and selling merchandise. But we do that with integrity. So if somebody comes in and does a club fitting with us, and we're not able to show them or make a case that a new club would help them improve, we don't sell them that club. We do what's right. We're not here to just sell things. Always acting with integrity is really important to us. Improvement is the name of the game. Again, from our students in the bays taking lessons, working on their game, to everybody at headquarters, working to improve every day. Continuous training throughout our entire system with our coaches, always trying to get better and stay ahead of the competition. And then at the end of the day, what makes that all possible is our team. So we're very passionate about that. We all work very, very closely together, and are very efficient with our time. So wanted to cover our values quickly. As we get into the technology side of things, I wanted to talk briefly about OptiMotion. Some of you may have seen this on TV at tour events. You'll actually see down here in the bottom right-hand corner, that's from Augusta, where we were able to host with OptiMotion there, the announcers using that on the broadcast. OptiMotion is a way of measuring what the body is doing with in the golf swing or within other things. And so when I came to GOLFTEC as a certified personal coach, we used to have straps, like we had a belt that we would have to put on each student. We had a harness that we had to put on each student. At one point, I think there was something that students would actually wear on their head, so we could measure what the body is doing. And we had this great idea to try and eliminate all the straps and to try and accomplish the same functionality of measuring what the body is doing, however, doing that through a camera. And this has come a long way. This is one of the things that we're most proud of. This was all done in-house, all with our technology team and development team, all done in-house, which is very impressive. And now, literally through the lens of an iPhone, we're able to measure what the body is doing throughout the golf swing. So over 4,000 data points per swing are measured. This is in real time with one or multiple cameras. And we have this in operation in every single one of our GOLFTECs across the world, which is super exciting. So OptiMotion, obviously technology-based, something that we've worked hard on and are continuing to work to further develop this tool, which is going very well. As I mentioned, OptiMotion on a single camera. This is the same technology used in our bay. We eventually will be launching this out to everybody across the world, where they're actually able to use this on their own phone for use in mobile and phone-based settings. We do, within this tool, have a library of over 150 tour player swings. So our team has gone to tour events, filmed tour professionals, gathered their measurements, and so we're able to compare what a student is doing versus what one of the top elite players may be doing. So a lot of functionality within this OptiMotion. This is just a quick snapshot of what things look like in our bays with somebody taking a lesson. You'll see we have the camera behind the player. We also have one at face on. And then our coach there in the orange shirt running the computer. The TV screens that you see on the wall, the top one is obviously to show ball flight. So we measure what the ball is doing, how the ball is spinning, how the ball is flying. We also take a look and measure what the student is doing, which is the screen down below. Student app is one that we've really worked hard on and are continuing to work on this. This is a great tool for our students. Again, that's all developed in-house, so all of our students are able to review the lessons that they take with us. They're able to go through the drills that their coach might assign to them. They're able to manage their schedule, look at golf. When they're outside playing golf, they're able to look at on-course data, yardages, those kind of things. They're able to track their stats, and all of those things really make the experience much more profound for the student and enable the student to give the coach the feedback that they need in order to focus on improvement. So the student app is a huge benefit to all of our students across the world. Our game improvement services really cover a number of things, lessons, so both indoor and outdoor lessons. I'll talk about that here in a minute. All of our lessons are taught using our proprietary software that we developed with the motion measurement. Our students come in to practice as well, so they are able to see ball flight through the launch monitors and those kind of things, but they're also able to draw reminder lines and things like that when they're doing their practice in order to make sure that they're practicing the right things. Makes progress a lot more efficient. Club fitting, as I mentioned, is a big part of our business, and we want to make sure all our students have the right clubs in their hands, and then we're continuously developing our training tools, such as the app that I just covered. As we've talked now a little bit about, a couple years ago, GOLFTEC did acquire SkyTrack. It's been an awesome experience, and we have done a lot of work, and we got a lot of work left to do. And so once we purchased SkyTrack, the ST that you see up here at $995, that was the product that was in the marketplace when we acquired SkyTrack. We then worked diligently to develop SkyTrack Plus and then launch that. One thing I would share is the reason that the prices are on here is to really distinguish this device against some of the other launch monitors that you see out there. SkyTrack is a consumer launch monitor or simulator, and really at this price point allows more and more people to bring that into their homes. We sell the full enclosures that you'll see in the picture here. So really with a click of a couple buttons, and Taylor can talk more about this, we're able to deliver the full package and have it set up very quickly, and somebody can immediately start hitting balls at their house. And so again, all in the effort of helping people play better golf. This is just a quick snapshot at what some of our software looks like. Again, was built in-house and developed in-house. And this is what it looks like when using a SkyTrack device. you'll see not only the ball flight here, but you'll see a number of different measurements that we use really daily in our lessons, in our practice, in our club fittings, and all those kind of things. And so, as I mentioned, GOLFTEC, a technology-based company. No matter what department you are in with GOLFTEC, you have your hands deep in technology and are moving forward with that. And it's really cool when you get to a point like this and are able to see the fruits of all the labor that went into making something like this reality, which is really cool. So a couple more things to mention here, and then I'll kick it over to my colleagues. Currently with GOLFTEC, we have 210, I think slightly over that, in the United States, and then 40 international locations. We opened Dubai a couple years ago. We just opened South Africa. We have Southeast Asia, Japan, Canada, and a slew of others, really as a worldwide brand. With GOLFTEC, we feel that we're about halfway there to our saturation point. And so we have a lot of new centers to build in our future, and a lot of new team members to welcome in the future as well. And that's everything from being a coach to potentially holding a position like Taylor or Salah does at GOLFTEC headquarters as well. This is a quick look at what one of our centers looks like. This is our flagship. This is in downtown Manhattan in New York, a relatively new center and spruced up a little bit. Not all of our centers look like this, but wanted to just give you a snapshot at what our centers look like from inside. In our lessons inside, like I said, we use motion data in everything that we do, measuring what the body's doing and then comparing that to professional golfers. Measure what the ball and the club are doing, and then we're constantly uploading those lessons that people take to the app and to their site online so they can go back and review those things. Those are 3 layers of data that are captured really in every single lesson that we teach. This is another quick look at one of our bays. This is actually here at our headquarters in Colorado. One of our team members taking a lesson here with one of our coaches. You'll see the lines that are drawn on there as reminders help her to ensure that she's practicing the right things. And again, this software all developed in-house and is proprietary. The tools for success I mentioned earlier, all of our coaches go through an in-depth couple months training session as they join our team with GOLFTEC. All of our coaches have access to all of these tools. TechSwing is the software that we use in all of our bays when we're teaching lessons. TechSwing Go is very similar software, yet on an iPad. So first thing we do when we hire a new coach is we get them their own iPad that has this software on it. So when they're teaching outside, playing lessons, chipping, putting, bunkers, those kind of things, they're able to use their iPad to film outside and teach using that software. TechFit is our proprietary software that we use for club fitting. We have proprietary software for putting lessons specifically as well. So these are tools that all of our coaches use. Okay, so quick intro on GOLFTEC and SkyTrack. And Jamie, it looks like my slide is going to be hard to read here, so I'll just try and go from left to right. The point in myself sharing this slide is really to just illustrate how fast GOLFTEC is growing and how fast it's growing specifically on the technology side. So this is our technology and development department. I have been with GOLFTEC now for almost 15 years. I can remember long ago where our technology department was literally a handful of people, and our team is growing rapidly and will continue to grow, and there will continue to be opportunities to join our team at GOLFTEC. So starting from the left, we have our project management team. They are responsible for just that, managing our projects that we have all the way from inception through QA, all the way to launch. These gentlemen are incredible at their job. Our list of projects right now is cumbersome, in the hundreds of things that we have on the list, and we prioritize those. We meet on those weekly. We determine what it is we're working on and where we are in that cycle, And then when we're ready for the next one, we go through the prioritization project to determine what that is, and then kick it into project management and project development. In the middle, we have our IT support or center support. These gentlemen support all of our centers across the world and the technology that they use. Our centers are very, very busy, anywhere from 4 to 7 coaches, anywhere from 3 to 6 bays, generally speaking. Lessons going on all the time, all on computer, all on technology. And so this team really is responsible for keeping everything up and running and do a great job. We have a full engineering team and then a full principal engineering team, really that are on the forefront of new things that we're developing that will eventually be launched out to the marketplace. And then aside from this technology and development department, we also have a full development team across seas in Vietnam. And so, as I mentioned, our technology team is growing rapidly and will continue to grow. And then with that, Taylor, I think I'm going to kick it on over to you. This is a snapshot of Taylor's team. As he mentioned, he oversees customer service, both on the technology side and then on the sales and service side too. So Taylor, I'll kick it to you. Tell us a little bit about what you do, and probably also a little bit about a day in the life of some of your team.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I think as you see here, I've got a few folks that work directly for me. I'll start there. VNA Collard, who you see up top, she single-handedly manages all of the returns and repairs that come into the business. So as you can imagine, with anything technology-driven, we have challenges from time to time. And so she is the single point of contact to help customers get back on their feet, up and running in a seamless fashion. In the middle, that is our SkyTrack team of technology specialists. John does a great job with that team. They've all been around here for a couple of years now, and are really on the ground helping our customers get up and running when they have issues. And then on the far right side, that's our GOLFTEC team. They handle sales and service for all of our GOLFTEC students directly, and prospective new students too as well that are coming in hoping to get better at golf. I think just a little bit about, kind of their roles and how things work and who we look for. I think, one of the great parts about this group of individuals is we don't require any degrees for most of these introductory level roles. We really look at experience. What is your passion for the technical side of the business? Do you have any experience doing technical troubleshooting or other technical roles within other companies that may be able to relate over? And really customer service experience as a whole. What we really believe is that we can teach you anything about a product or a service, but as long as you come in, with a good mindset and looking to do well by all of our customers and students, the rest just falls into place. But, really, what do we look for in individuals? I would say we look for people who can ask great questions. Who want to actually listen to a customer. I'm sure some of you have dealt with individuals in the past where you have an issue with something and they just think that they understand what the problem is and jump right to a solution, when really you have to listen to the customer to understand what the issues are that they're having, and then proceed to solve the problem, which also requires a great attention to detail, right? In technology, you have to have a great attention to detail, take your time, be thorough, and really have a great care for helping people. At the end of the day, we are dealing with people who are trying to get up and running whether it's a simulator or during their lessons. And we have to make sure that we care about those individuals. And it's one of the things that we believe in too is golfers or people who understand the game of golf really can relate to these individuals and show empathy in those moments, because we've all been there on the course. We've all had situations happen, and we know why someone may be upset when they want to go try to play golf and they can't. It's our escape sometimes from our day to day, and we have to be able to have empathy towards those individuals. We also, one of our core values is a team. right? And so we look for team players. We want individuals that want to work with others. And, really in the technology space, there are things that happen all the time, and we know how to solve those problems, but there are also one-off little use cases that take place every now and then that may only happen once or twice a month for a given individual. So being able to have someone who wants to engage with the team, you can work with that team, share best practices. Here's what worked for me last time, and we can solve those issues in a simplified fashion for those customers by working as a team rather than a group of individuals. We also look for people who do have some level of understanding for things like CRMs. We have our own homegrown CRM. We call it Caddy Master. It's what coaches and our team use. And we also use another CRM called HubSpot. So understanding how to navigate systems and customer records, taking notes, following up, doing those simple things that are required in customer service is important. Understanding point of sale systems. You do have to place orders from time to time, and understanding how those things work. Again, just because we use Shopify and you've used other systems in the past doesn't mean we can't teach you those things. But having a general understanding in how they work and why they're there is important. And this one's pretty simple, but another piece of technology we use all the time is a telephone. We do answer phone calls, we do take chats, and understanding how those things work and function is a pretty simple way. A pretty simple thing that we need as you step into these roles. Kind of moving in a day in the life. I think as a whole for my team, they come in every day, smile on their face, I hope, but ready to answer calls, chats, emails, tickets that come in from people who are having problems. They may be little problems like they can't renew their software, or they may be larger problems that they can't turn on their launch monitor, or they can't log into their app to reschedule their appointment. We're there to solve those problems for them and make sure that they feel satisfied when they leave. For me personally, I manage a few different teams. And so I work with my two directors every single day to make sure that they're equipped and set up for success. And they lead those teams that you saw directly. So, I want to make sure that they're set up for success so that their people are set up for success. We believe that if, you keep your people happy, they'll take care of the customer. And we really firmly believe in making sure our people are taken care of. But what do? We sell full simulation packages and memberships. So what you saw from John a minute ago was that full simulator set up on the SkyTrack side. That's anything from the launch monitor to the enclosure, which is the piece that you saw the image on, to the projector, to ball trays, you name it. We sell that to our customers. And also the software memberships that come along with that, right? So you can not only work on those improvement ranges, but you can also go play a golf course in your garage or in your basement, and just continue to play the game that you love anywhere you want, and continue to get better at golf. I should add that part too as well, with all of our different ranges that we have too as well. Really, I think one of the most important parts of my role and my team's role is also solving organizational issues. What we see and hear from customers, it's our job to be the voice of that customer and to report back what we're hearing, what we're seeing, what those challenges are, and how can we work together as an organization to solve those problems systemically. So that may mean we have to work with operations on the GOLFTEC side in the field because we're hearing challenges that certain customers are having, and we can go solve those problems. That may be that we need to go work with accounting because we're having challenges with certain refunds or things like that, right? So it's really our role to be that voice of the customer and make sure that they're being heard, because at the end of the day, the customer is the one paying for all of us to be here, and we want to make sure that their experience is flawless. We also identify top issues that may not be within GOLFTEC or SkyTrack themselves, but they may be with our manufacturer. So as we start to see issues that are arising with the computers that we use in our centers, or with the launch monitors that customers are using in their home, we may go report back to that specific manufacturer and go try to solve systemic problems that way too as well, so that customers are having less problems which equate to less returns, which means they're up and running on their device on a very regular basis, which means customers are happy. So, really, as much as we love doing the sales side of things, the service side is that much more important too as well, because we have to make sure that our customers are having a flawless experience. How do we do that? Really, it's all data. And so we track different data points across a number of different areas. And, every single month we come in and we look at what the top driving issues are. And then we work to understand the why behind those issues being existing. And then we go work to solve them. So, really, our ultimate goal is create seamless, I'll say this again, create a seamless customer experience for both our internal and external customers, right? Our coaches, our students, our customers. We want to make sure that they have a great time when they're interacting with our products or services.
That's great, Taylor. Thanks a ton for sharing. That was awesome. And then Salah, I think I'll kick it over to you to share a little bit about what you do, both obviously knee deep in technology, day in, day out. And I think it'll be great for our audience to hear your experience and kind of a day in the life of Salah at GOLFTEC, as well, still in technology, probably vastly different from the world that Taylor's in on a daily basis.
Hey, John, I just want to hop in real quick. We had a question that either you or Taylor may be able to answer, and that is just, Sarat said he wants to know what are some qualifications to becoming part of the coaching staff?
Yeah, for sure. So we hired typically about 200 coaches annually. And then, not all of our coaches actually have coaching experience before coming to GOLFTEC. What we do find super valuable is having worked in golf and having a connection to golf, whether that's, I was down at Florida Gulf Coast University last week with PGM students going through education there and receiving their PGA membership. Although you don't have to be a PGA member to be a coach for GOLFTEC, we do value that. Experience obviously is valued, but again, you don't necessarily have to have coaching experience to become a coach with GOLFTEC. Working in the industry, a passion for golf, good communication skills, and really a passion for helping people are some of the things that we look for when we're adding a coach to our team.
Awesome. Thanks, John. I just wanted to get that. Thanks for the question.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
All right, Salah, we're passing it on to you.
Perfect. Sorry, I think I'm having some network issues. So if I get kicked out, that's the reason. Technology is always having issues, like Taylor said. So that's a prime example right there. But yeah, day in the life of me at GOLFTEC, I guess, I'll start with my background. So I did my bachelor's in computer science, which traditionally people would go into more of a software development kind of role. But me personally, I just didn't have the passion for, writing code and building apps. So I kind of found my passion in analytics, basically taking data, whether it's customer data, golf shot data, any type of data, and, trying to derive insights from that data. So, with 30 years of golf lesson data that our company has, as you might imagine, there's a lot of different data that we collect, especially with our OptiMotion collecting over 4,000 data points per swing. You can imagine how many swings every player's taken in one lesson, and then when you multiply that by 200 something plus centers worldwide, we have a lot of data that we're working with. So a lot of my job is looking at the data that we collect and trying to derive, meanings and insights that we can use to improve our, whether that's helping our coaches understand, what's going on in the Bay, or helping our headquarters understand, just the overall customer experience and how our customer journeys are. So, when customers come in the door, we know, let's say they're purchasing certain golf lessons, and we can kind of see over time as they take more lessons with our company, how they evolve as a customer, and maybe as their score gets better, or, maybe they're taking less lessons just because they've gotten so good over the years by taking a lot of lessons with us. So there's different, insights that we derive just from looking at our data sets. But Another part of my job is looking at our sales data on both sides of the business. So we have our GOLFTEC side of the business where we're looking at lessons and different swing evals and things of that sort that's happening in the actual GOLFTEC centers. But then we also have the SkyTruck side of the business where we're selling our launch monitors and our memberships to use the launch monitors. So basically looking at businesses from a sales side, how we're performing year over year. So when we're comparing last year to this year, we're able to see what we can improve upon just based on that kind of insight. And then also nowadays with AI, like I mentioned, becoming very big, we want to find ways to be more efficient because 5 years ago, the same way we did data analysis was more time consuming and we had to do a lot more grunt work. But with a lot of these AI tools nowadays, a lot of the grunt work and parts of the job that people don't really like to do just because it's repetitive or boring, AI can really help us in those situations. So basically finding solutions using tools like ChatGPT. We have our own internal ChatGPT workspace where everyone at our headquarters can use ChatGPT as a tool, whether that's helping them with analysis on different data that they're pulling or drafting different emails to sound more professional. There's a lot of different tools and capabilities of ChatGPT. A lot of just because it's so advanced nowadays. So yeah, we're using a lot of different technology here. AI becoming one of the more emergent ones for sure. And as time goes on and technology gets more advanced, we're definitely going to have more robust solutions when it comes to technology, especially around the AI space for sure. And I feel like AI and analytics and data itself are just connected in a way because if you think about AI is basically using data. So basically all the data that we have, we can basically feed into an AI model to basically learn and improve and give better recommendations to not only our internal headquarters, but also our students that are coming in the Bay. We're working on bringing AI to the Bay so that students can, not just interact with the coach, but also interact with an AI-led coach that would maybe, save some time for other coaches and different things like that. So yeah, lots of different capabilities. I would say the skills that you need to work in, my kind of role or just technology in general is definitely technical skills, like Taylor said. There's different types of technical skills. Me personally, I am, good at, data analysis. So different tools like, using Excel or writing scripts in Python to help me analyze data, large data sets, and then also visualization tools such as Tableau or Power BI to, visualize the data that I'm analyzing and kind of explain it in a simpler way. And then also nowadays, like I mentioned, AI is a big thing. So AI skills. So, building AI agents is something that everyone is kind of learning at the moment. I wouldn't say there's anybody that's an expert at it yet, but we're all kind of trying to get there at the same time. So we're all helping each other out. But yeah, any AI skills, anybody who can be to the table is something that we definitely value at GOLFTEC. Me personally, I was not a big golfer before I joined GOLFTEC. I maybe golfed a couple times, but I did have that technical background and I played golf and I loved it just with the few times that I played it. So that's kind of how I ended up at GOLFTEC. I would always go to the Family Sports Center and I would see the GOLFTEC tent. And I was like, okay, I've seen that tent before. And then when I finally saw the job opening, I was like, man, if I worked at this golf company, I think I would be a very happy person just because it's two things that I'm passionate about, technology and golf, and it's the intersection of both. So yeah, I think that's my day in the life and just skill sets needed. Really appreciate you guys help bringing me on.
Yeah, that's great. So I love the story. Love it. And Jamie, we did all right on time, doggone it. We're doing good here.
Yeah, this is very thorough. I'm impressed.
Yeah, good. I did want to just share this and then we can take a few questions. Obviously, you can scan the code here or just go to golftec.com/careers. All of our positions are up to date on a daily basis and posted there, both coach positions across the world, and then all of our headquarter positions as well. So if you are interested in GOLFTEC, I would encourage you to check that out. I would also encourage you to reach out to me if you have any questions. jwilliams@golftec.com. I'm happy to help in any way that I can, or at least get you to somebody who might be able to answer your question better than I. Like we've all said, our headquarters is in Denver, Colorado, just about 10 miles south of Denver in Denver Tech Center. We do have remote positions available from time to time and are really posting positions in all fields at GOLFTEC headquarters throughout the year. Our coach positions, we typically have anywhere from, call it 30 to 50 coach positions open at any one given time. Those are across the world, primarily here in the United States, but across the world. And so, if you're interested in one of those positions, but you don't see it posted, it's probably worth shooting me an email. I can connect you with our recruiting team. They can give you some better insight into the position that you're looking for and when something may be available in the location that you're looking for. And then I'll hit on internships really quickly. We do a limited number of internships. We do internships at GOLFTEC headquarters. We do internships in the field. And by the field, I mean coaches. Our internships, we actually make an effort to only do a smaller amount of those per year. And the reason for that is when we place an intern, we want to make sure that we place them with a manager that is going to give that intern what they are wanting to get out of the internship, meaning learning and mentorship. And so by having a smaller number of those available, we're able to selectively place interns with managers that we think would be a good mentor, and then they in turn get a lot more out of it. So like I said, if this interests you, check out our career page, reach out to me personally is more than fine, jwilliams@golftec.com. And then Jamie, I think with that, we'll probably be ready for a few questions.
Thank you guys. You guys have been so thorough. I was like, I don't know if people are going to have questions, but we do have another one. Sarah asked a question, how do you see golf technology evolving in the next few years? And what opportunities might that create for professionals entering the industry?
Yeah, I can take that. And Taylor, Salab, feel free to chime in. We have big plans, is the simple way to state it. And so, as I mentioned when I was on one of my previous slides, we feel like we're about 50% of the way to capacity. And then aside from GOLFTEC centers alone, you never know what might come around the corner as well. So SkyTrack is an example of that. Before we acquired SkyTrack, our headquarters staff, off the top of my head, I want to say was 50 to 65 people, full-time employees at GOLFTEC headquarters. We're now up to 180 across the world. And so, in a very short period of time, our team has grown tremendously, and we are planning to continue to do that. So now is a great time to learn more about GOLFTEC and to get involved if you're interested.
Awesome. I'll tell you a little bit of story about me. Before I became an LPGA professional, what attracted me to become LPGA was when I looked at their job postings. There was a job in China at the time, and they were looking for English-speaking instructors, but of course they want you to be LPGA. So I was like, that's going to be my life. And so I've not made it to China yet, but now that I'm hearing you all have international locations, do you typically hire within the States and relocate, or is it something that you do hire locally?
All of the above, I would say. And so every single year, we have coaches that work for us in the United States, see a job opportunity across the world and jump on it. And some of them go, like I had a colleague of mine, a friend of mine, who ended up going to Southeast Asia to run one of their centers. And he was a manager for us at GOLFTEC in the United States for a number of years. He saw an opportunity and he jumped on it, and he's still there and thriving and loving it. We also have coaches that will go across seas and teach for a couple years to get the experience and learn, and then come back to the United States. So we really see everything. They hire in market, but I would say all of our locations are actively hiring people that don't necessarily speak the native language. So English speaking, really in all of our locations is accepted, and we're continuously hiring coaches.
Well, that's great to hear. And I think, for those who are newbie or internship level or entry level, that's a great opportunity if you like to travel. I don't know if there's any more questions, but in the meantime, I just want to say thank you guys, because this has been super thorough. We covered every question that I would have asked. And I also like the aspect that, Salah, you're not a golfer, but you found interest in a golf company with your skills, and that you obviously had a skill that was needed. Because I think that's the thing that people don't realize about working in golf, is that playing the game is not normally part of the job requirements. And I was shocked myself when I worked at a golf company and realized how many non-golfers work there. So not that it doesn't hurt. And of course, it's a good way to learn the game. But I think people just should know that if you have a skill set that makes sense for the company, that you should apply for these opportunities. I'll leave you guys. Any last words you want to share in regards to why someone should look to work at GOLFTEC? What is it about working for the company that is appealing to you?
Yeah, and I'll actually go back to one of my previous slides here with our company values. So, I've been around companies where I felt like their values were just a mantra that they used, and that is just not the case with GOLFTEC. And that's why I have this slide in almost every presentation I give. I live it every day, and so does Taylor, and so does Salah. We try and have fun with everything that we do. We've heard that word come up a number of times today. And like I said, doing things with integrity, always focusing on improvement. And, I just feel very blessed to work with the team that I do, especially these two gentlemen that joined me today. I can't say enough great things about them and all the other people I work at GOLFTEC. So it's, a great place to work, and I'm very fortunate. And if anybody has any questions, I hope they reach out. I'm easy to get a hold of, and would like nothing more than to help. So Jamie, thanks for having us. Look forward to doing it again next year if you'll have us. And thanks for the time.
Same here. And for those who joined us, thank you so much for your great questions and for listening in. If you have any interest in learning more about these opportunities, you can go to the GOLFTEC website as well as our Golf Pro Like Me website. And you can send an email to John directly, or if you don't want to go directly through him, you can come to me, and I can forward any resumes that you may have. If you want to get any announcements of the jobs that he mentioned in a recording of this, you must be registered for free through our Golf Pro Like Me website for the login series. And I just want to we have another one coming up next Tuesday for our next series for this month. It's with Troon. They're going to be talking about facility management. So those who are interested in working at a facility and learning about the nuances of that, please join us for next Tuesday, but also sign up so you can get the announcements so that you know when to come. With that, thank you again, guys, and I appreciate all of the great information and the visuals. That was very helpful as well. And I'll see you all on Tuesday.
You got it.
Thanks, Jamie, guys.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.